Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So we are seeing a little bit of additional volatility towards the daily candle close. I mean, it's already 40 minutes ago, but we saw a little bit of a sell-off. Nothing major. We're still holding support. We're still in the descending channel. To be honest, not too much happened. Or especially, you know, with Ethereum, it's actually holding quite well. Looking quite good. I mean, we are still in the, first of all, the ascending trend channel here that started on the 14th of January, basically 2 to 3 weeks ago. We're still in this upward sloping channel. Looks a little bit more, you could call it bullish than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hovering around the lower boundary line of that channel, whereas Ethereum is in the middle of it, still holding the support pivot point quite good. And at the moment, it's still very much possible to count this as a possible 1-2 setup. We're now in the support area. We're getting deeper into support. And we could still get a third wave to the upside, a fourth and a fifth to finish off this 5-wave move. And in the lower, looking at the lower time frame, again, micro counting, always here disclaimer, micro counting is rather unreliable, a bit fragile, so don't think the micro counts are necessarily always going to work. They are subject to change, but as the lower time frame patterns are building, the larger pattern will be confirmed. Now at the moment we see here a possible ending diagonal in a C wave. That's how I could construct this, that we say, okay, we've had our wave 1 down, we've had our wave 2, 1 second, and then it could be here actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fits quite well because the wave 1 was obviously a 3-wave move, the wave 2 as well, the wave 3 obviously as well, ABC, the wave 4, and the wave 5 is possibly still unfolding. Why 3-wave moves? Because an ending diagonal, so a C wave can be an ending diagonal. And also if we look at the overlap here, the slight overlap we have between wave 1 and 4, is possible in a diagonal pattern. So that's certainly one possible interpretation. As per this, I think we have a little bit more downside potential to hit the channel here, and then we might have the next decision point. A drop below the channel low would of course be quite, well, it would have some bearish implications and would increase the risk of actually dropping below the larger channel as well then. What would happen then? It would eventually invalidate the 1-2 setup, and I would have to assume at some point that the wave 5 here was already in, that we've already made the high here on, I think it was last Wednesday. So we did talk about that. We said the minimum expectations for this move up is actually, they are complete, but as long as we're holding support, we can focus on higher. At some point those patterns will break, but for now it's been holding quite well. But that's what it is, at some point, like a trend line, a pattern will break. And, as you are tracking, for example, as I said, trend lines, other patterns, channels, at some point they just do break. So you can trade a pattern as long as it's working out. But as you here clearly as you can see very clearly, we are in this upward sloping channel and it's getting choppy. Okay, so have an understanding of that. It's not a clear impulse anymore. We had quite a few entry points here, or possible entry points in this move up, which is the case because this was an impulse. Now that we're heading into this sort of diagonal structure corrective mess, it's getting much more difficult. If we drop below this key support, which is around 1560, then we have a good likelihood or potential to drop into this wave 4 support area in the region between 1435 and 1500 pretty much. Then we would have to assume wave 5 of 3 was finished and we're heading down in 4. And if we hold 4, we can get a 5. And if we get 5, then we are watching if we are holding a wave 2 support on the way down. That might be in the $1,200, $1,300 region. And if we do, we can have a good view that the bear market low was already in June. But, we talked about that in previous videos. Can't really repeat that in every video. But if you're new on this channel, just hang around, we repeat this and repeat this and repeat this just to make you aware of what is most relevant. Yeah, so these are the key support areas. Again, just to highlight here, as long as this support is holding, it's fairly likely, or at least possible, to get this third wave, then the fourth and the fifth, into the, yeah, let's say $1,800 region. And if we break support, we're probably going to go directly into this wave 4, because the minimum expectations of this wave 5 were actually completed already here. So I can just again explain what I said in the Bitcoin video, that downside pressure is increasing here. We have a pattern where we see a possible top posture in place. Doesn't mean it has to have topped yet, but we are getting into a situation where we start to see bearish divergences on the chart. Yeah, we're making higher highs, but lower highs on the price chart. I think we might actually see it better on the 4-hour chart. It's pretty clear. And here again as well, possible cross of the 0 line on the MACD. Also here, downside pressure, negative momentum is increasing. And if I take a look here on the daily chart, you can see here as well, yeah, downside pressure again increasing. And price hasn't really confirmed it yet, but let's see if this is going to push the price below the support. And then this pattern to the upside breaks, and we have some clarity that we are in a wave 4 with a good likelihood. And yeah, next week, I mean, not too many events this week, but next week we've got CPI, I think in pretty much a week. So that's going to be interesting. I think a lot of volatility expected around CPI data release. So looking forward to that. And yeah, have a great day or night, and see you in the next video. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.